Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of J Bros Cooking. And today we are going to be making
corned beef and cabbage.
Ooh. Just in time for St. Patrick's Day. And that's the day where everyone is Irish. And I do believe we are half Irish.
You know the only person who didn't claim to be Irish on St. Patrick's Day?
No.
Mom.
Mom.
Nope, she was still Italian.
My mom was Italian, and she would tell you. She would let you know. John's got the green on. He's rocking green.
Joe got the...
I didn't have any green, so my wife printed this out on the computer, and I'm kind of wearing it like a little pin, you know. Don't pinch me.
Let's go over the ingredients real fast. We got corned beef brisket.
Corned beef brisket, and this is... So we're filming this before St. Patrick's Day, and man... Yeah. These go on sale, but I just paid like 3 times what you'll probably pay. So you can get them on sale. I usually load my freezer up, stock up on them. They're good to have around.
So we got 1 corned beef brisket. I believe this was about 3 pounds, this one. We got 2 cups of baby carrots, 5 potatoes, head of cabbage, 1 yellow onion. Here we got the pickling spice that comes with the corned beef and a couple bay leaves.
And not everyone likes to use that. My mom would never use that. And then when my mom passed that one day, I was just like, let me try it. And I was like, this ain't bad. So I just throw it in now because it adds a little flavor.
And salt and pepper. This was, like Joe just said, my mom always made it for St. Patrick's Day. Since then, it's been his thing that he's taken over. Every year, Joe makes the corned beef and cabbage.
I get to pay for it. Everyone comes over, takes all the leftovers home to their house, and then I get up and like, I want to make a corned beef sandwich. And there's nothing there.
So, Joe, you talk me through the process. Let me know what we're doing.
So what I like to do is I like to do it in the slow cooker. I know. My mom used to put it in a pot and boil it for hours, and I was just like...
Same thing.
I'm going to take slow cooker, and what I like to do is I start with my onion. I usually just take half. I don't... no one's really in it. No one's really eating for the onion, so...
We're trying to get some flavor there.
I just maybe chop it in half. Quarter. You can quarter it. I just usually put them on the bottom.
Joe likes to be able to find it.
Fish them out. So if John comes over, we don't have to worry about him finding an onion and getting all scared. Then I take the carrots, and I just usually sprinkle them in the bottom here. And then I take my potatoes. You can either get the real small potatoes, like red potatoes. I don't know the names.
The little fingerlings, the baby potatoes. Baby
potatoes. These are just russet potatoes. I just found the smallest ones in. I don't usually, you can dice them up, but I just put the whole potato in because I usually cook it for 8 hours or more. Just make sure there's no soft spots in the potatoes, or like this one looks kind of nasty. John found this one.
I don't want to waste it. Whoa,
Don't want that cooking in with your meat. This is quite the potato here, John. Well, we'll use that part of the potato.
Right in the middle. That'd be the flat spot.
So if you want, you can just put your meat in. But we always kind of we always take the potatoes out and the carrots, and we kind of, mash it together. Almost like a mashed potato, mashed carrot mix. But it goes on your plate, so it's real soft. So we always cook it in together. So then I hit this with a little bit of salt and pepper. This is the pepper going in. Just not too much, just add a little bit of salt. And then I like to throw my meat right on top. Just slap my meat right down on top here. And then I have the other spices, the bay leaf and the stuff that comes with it. What is that? The pickling
spice.
Pickling spice. And I just like to spread that right on top of my meat. So the cabbage, I'm going to put it in now to just show it. But the cabbage is really up to you. But the longer it stays in, the softer it's going to get. It's not going to actually disintegrate or anything. But it's just some people are really into their cabbage. And
I don't eat the cabbage. I'm really just there for the flavor.
I usually just throw it in there right.
I'll be honest. Yeah, the cabbage honestly probably never gets eaten. So we do kind of.
It does get eaten. It's just not.
It's very soft.
We save it for my wife.
If you are really wanting the cabbage crispier, I would say probably wait till this is done, and then probably pull the brisket out and put the cabbage back in and let it cook for maybe another 45 minutes.
Yeah, you can. I've done that before. If I'm cooking for a lot of people, I'll pull all the meat out there and then just load it up with, you can make a whole bunch of veggies. I just kind of work the cabbage in on top.
We need to cut this one more time.
I usually, just depending on how many people are coming over.
So I think we're only gonna need half a cabbage for this guy. And that's the thing with the cabbage, like we're putting half in, and honestly, the cabbage shrinks down to almost nothing. So after it's cooked for a while, you could probably cut up the other half of that cabbage and get it in there. You'll have room.
So this is what it looks like.
Now we're adding no water to it, Joey, or?
I don't add any liquid to it. My mom used to boil them.
She
would boil them for hours, and they were still good. But I just like this. It gives it more of a kind of like a roasted boil.
Yeah.
But the less water you put in, you just do it on a low and slow. You'll be fine. The meat's in. There's going to be liquid in there. It's going to come out of the veggies and the meat. Get the lid on there, and then you're just going to set it and forget it. Well, don't forget it, but
8 to 9 hours.
8 to 9 hours, you can forget it. Do it on low. Make sure your crock pot is on low. If it's on higher, it's just not going to go as long. So off it goes to the crock pot or slow cooker.
Slow cooker.
All right, so everything is complete.
All right, that's our corned beef and cabbage. Got our potatoes, add a little bit of butter to that. Our carrots nice and soft, that corned beef, that cabbage that I never touch, but the flavor is there. So I guess I do technically like
Reading some of those juices.
Yeah. Get my
Don't
veggies.
forget to like and subscribe. We'd greatly appreciate it.
So let's get in. I want to try this. We got Joe's favorite here. This is actually, I'd say like the majority of my family, besides me. A bit of spicy brown mustard.
And guess what? John's scared of it.
Actually, I do eat mustard and pretzels though. Get on in there, Joe. Go for that bite.
All right, so I'm just going to go with my first bite and try a piece of meat. I'm just going to do a small piece. I choked on a piece of meat one time, and it was corned beef, and literally my whole family just sat there and watched me choke. I did like the Heimlich on my, I like used the table to like.
As we continue to eat.
And they were just like sitting there eating like, what's wrong with Joe? Like, ah. Anyways. I love corned beef. Look at that. Got a little bit of everything on there. Oh, no cabbage though.
That's a shame.
So good. So good. If you've never had corned beef and cabbage before, you're missing out.
Which makes me think.
Which makes me think, John, it's time for you to become a man.
No.
Dude, come on.
I got a mouthful. All right, hang on. That's a big piece.
No, dude, you're going to just man up. No, stop. Stop. I'm going to feed this to you because you're a little baby.
No.
Open. Open. Dude, stop. Come on. Come on, John. Oh, yeah, boy. Was it even that bad?
It's actually pretty good.
It's not even bad. See, he's like growing up. He was so sheltered because he was a favorite child. He got fed like, what do you want, son?
It's actually.
I want chicken nuggets. So my mom, we had no money, right? She go cash in some cans and go buy him chicken nuggets.
Cabbage always kind of sweet like that? Another thing? All right, so that is our take on corned beef and cabbage.
And it's delicious.
And I gotta admit, I even got a little bit of the cabbage in there this time, and it wasn't that bad. I can't imagine I'd eat it raw because I can't eat carrots raw.
Oh, let me tell you about coleslaw.
A classic St. Patrick's Day. It's a classic American St. Patrick's Day. I don't know, like if it's actually.
Is there actually St. Patrick's Day in Ireland?
I don't know. Also, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. Do they really eat corned beef and cabbage in Ireland? I don't know. But so I was like Googling beforehand.
He's trying to make you guys laugh.
I was Googling like, what's a corny Irish pun or Irish joke? And then I'm telling Joe, like, I'm not coming up with anything funny. And then Joe goes, why don't we just go with the classic joke that we heard our entire
My dad's been
lives?
telling us this joke since we were like 6 months old.
Yes. It's a dad joke.
It's
and
a
our
dad joke. But this is his number one of all time joke.
How many beans in a can of Irish beans?
And you'd sit there because you're like,
I don't know, 6, 7, 12.
You're 2 years old. You're not like any clue like what he's even talking about. And then he'd look at you and smile and be like, 45.
Hey, that's the joke. That's the joke.
It's kind of a pirate voice, but that's his Irish accent.
Like we always say, if there's something you want to see us make, drop it in the comments. We'll add it to our list of viewer requests, and we'll get that to you.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. And remember, it's always better when you make it yourself. It's like something to do with, I don't know the whole joke. I've heard it a million times.
How many beans in a can of Irish beans? 45.
I know that. We're mic'd and they can probably hear us.